Adding some styled social media icons is actually very easy with Foodie, and you have a couple different places you can slide those and pull those around. So I wanted to do a quick tutorial and just show you how I would do that and what that would look like to set that up on your Foodie site. I'm going to open up my dashboard and go to my widgets. Actually, I'll go to my plugins first. I already installed the Simple Social Icons plugin. If you don't have that, you'll need to go grab it. It was available when you first installed Foodie as a default plugin installation, but if you don't have that, just search in the plugin directory for Simple Social Icons and you should be able to find it pretty quickly. From there, go to Appearance and Widgets, and I'm just going to look for, it created a new widget called Simple Social Icons. I'm going to drag that and put it in my sidebar first and title it, whatever is fun for you or what works for you. Open links in a new window. This allows, of course, if somebody clicks like your Twitter profile, it opens up in Twitter and they don't actually leave your site. It's just a preference or kind of what you're looking for. I usually use that. I think it's a little bit more handy, but some people don't like it. So it's your call there. The colors are really what's going to change or make it look a certain way. I'm going to just leave those as default right now so you can see what they look like, as well as some really just quick changes to make it look slick and fit in with the rest of your site. You have a number of options. It'll automatically adjust or fit based on what you're looking for, but I'm just going to do a quick add some pound signs just so it looks like a link, but you'll be able to adjust that for you, of course, and save. And if I go back and check out my page, it's right here. So it actually by default looks pretty good, and I think a nice fit. I think it maybe looks even a little bit cooler if you use a white background and you use like a dark gray image or little icon over there. To change that, going back to my widget page, if I go to background color and I change that to FFF, which is white, background hover color, that's okay, or you could change that to FFF as well. And then icon font color, so you could do something like 333 if you want it dark and then hover over to be light, or vice versa. Then something like 666, which is going to be lighter. To show you that, I'll click save and then refresh my page. And see, they're dark without hovering, and then if I hover, they get lighter. Just simply switch those values around and it would do something opposite, or of course find whatever value, hex value, that would be helpful or fit within your style. You can also, and I'll pull this quickly for the About Me section as well, you can slide these into your footer and they'll look pretty slick. So I can slide them in down here. To do that, you could either create a new widget, so if you wanted them to show up in both places, that would work, or just open your footer one area and then slide it over, or add a new one over there, and it should have saved. So if I refresh my page now, I've got a Let's Connect and it's got that data right down there. It looks a little plain with just that down there, so I might slide something else like my About Me widget or something like that. Just kind of refresh and play around and see what looks. So I think that looks pretty nice. I could also use this footer 2 area and slide it over, and this will give you a pretty good idea of how that's set up. So if you think about it, there are 3 imaginary columns here. Here's the footer 1, here's the footer 2, and here's the footer 3. So adjusting that or making that fit and set up the way that you'd like is pretty cool. Again, this is just using the default Genesis widget, and I think looks excellent by default. And that's pretty much it. As long as you are using your widget or your social media URL, so if you go to your Instagram account and grab your URL or Google Plus or otherwise and put those in here instead of just pound signs and save it, it will be a great way to have your social icons ready to go.